Geometry Dash is a rhythm-based platformer game, and what that means is that when playing it, coordination between the game's visuals and the background music is vital for the player's progression. If you listen to the music and time your clicks or taps to it, it'll be much easier to reach the end of the level and therefore get better at the game. The game is hard and requires a lot of focus. That's why the only relevant audio factor in the game is the song that you're listening to when playing certain levels. Any other sound effects that there are cannot be heard while playing the level. You can either hear them in the menu, when completing the level, and when dying. That's why I decided to test something out, something completely different apart from anything else I've ever tried on this channel. I'm going to create a few audio effects myself and then include them in the game. Keep in mind that those sound effects will be heard when playing levels and will make the experience a bit different. They might sound fitting and will make the game feel more complete, or they just might sound cursed and will make everything worse. Disclaimer, I've never really designed anything audio related ever, so this will be my first time making any sort of sound effects. Okay, so now that I've set myself a plan, I better stick to it. Let's create some sound effects for Geometry Dash. And here we are, everybody. This is where I've been creating content for the past 4 years. Let me welcome my partner in crime, Sony Vegas Pro. Now, Sony Vegas Pro is a video editing software, so designing audio with what happens to be zero audio creating skills might turn out to be more interesting than I imagined. Now, I think I'm gonna begin with designing the sound for the ship game mode. You know, like an engine of some sort that turns on when you go up and turns off when you go down. So I have a pretty good idea for that. I'm gonna go to my More Junk folder where I store everything that I need for making videos, and then I'm gonna find something called the Shockwave Motion Pulse. And what this is just a bunch of sound effects that you might have heard when watching a video on YouTube. It's gonna come in very handy. Okay, now that we got that, I just have to find the right effect. Yep, this is the one. If you can hear the little sound that it does at the end, you know, the little whir, I want to use that as the main engine sound. Now I have to find a way to extend it. I think I'm going to cut it off at the end, shorten it a bit, and then listen to it. How does this sound? Okay, so I'm going to copy it, paste it, make it reverse, and then stitch them together. And now I'm going to copy paste this like a million times. And now I think we have our engine sound ready. Let's listen to it. Okay, I like where this is going. So we can't really have a mess like this because there's like a million clips and I can't add any effects to them. So I'm gonna render all of this together. What should I name it? I'm gonna name it Ship-Biddy-Doo. And let's go. Okay, now at the top we have our ship engine as one clip, and we can get rid of all these clips at the bottom and then listen to its beautiful sound once again. And now I can modify the ship engine clip however I want. And I've got an idea. I'm gonna add some vibrato. Basically what this does, if you click, you can make a keyframe and then drag it across the screen. And wherever you place it, if the line goes up, it sounds like it's accelerating. And when it goes down, it sounds like it's losing its acceleration. So first I'm gonna make it go up and then stay up so that it sounds like it's going up. I hope that makes sense. Okay, what does it sound like now? Oh, and I forgot, it kind of cycles itself. So now I'm gonna split the clip to only have the accelerating bit ready, and I'll make another clip for when the ship is static and completely remove vibrato off of it. And then I'm also gonna make one with the negative vibrato effect. So I'm gonna make it go down and make it sound like it's anti-accelerating. Okay, so now we got acceleration, the anti-acceleration, and the staticness. And I'll make another clip and make everything stay up. So this is for when you hold down your mouse button. So this is accelerating at its fullest. Okay, so now we got the 4 horsemen of the ship engine sound effect. And I think we should have a look at what this actually sounds like in the game. Bring it on! Okay, let's leave the ship behind for now and focus on the next sound effect. For the next one, I want to make a sound effect for the spider game mode. So when the spider switches gravity, I feel like that should make a little sound. And what I want to do for that is, you know those laser effects from Star Wars movies? I want to make something like that, so I'm going to go back to this folder and search up laser. Let's see if I have anything. And I'm going to use this one. What this is, it should be like an actual laser gun sound effect. Something like that would definitely fit the spider. Now, I don't want to just copy and paste this sound effect that I downloaded and call it a day. I'm gonna modify it a bit. Damn, now I actually don't know what to add for this. So much stuff I can add. I think I'm gonna go with the pitch shift. What this means is higher pitch meaning higher tone, lower pitch meaning lower tone. Now it sounds a bit higher. That's still not it though. I have to add something else. Let's try the chorus one. I don't know what it does, but it should make it do something great. I mean, I hope at least. They say that the best things in life come in randomly, so I'm gonna mess around with this a little bit and hope that it sounds good. Honestly, guys, I don't know what I'm doing. And there. Did I make something good? Let's hear this out. Oh my god, no, this sounds horrible. I can't believe what I've made from this poor laser gun sound effect. Wait. Was that a good sound effect at the end? Actually, let me listen to this again. I heard it, and it sounded really well. Okay, here it goes. Yeah, that thing at the end, that actually sounds really good. I honestly cannot believe I just made this. I made a good sound effect, but in order to hear it, you have to listen through a building collapsing. So I'm gonna render this entire effect, and hope that I can trim out the good bit once it's rendered. So, laser... Gunio. Okay, as you can see, now we have the entire monstrosity that we've just created in one clip, and I can actually trim out the good bits. The good part was around here. And let's listen to this once again, because I'm sure that it sounded good. Not fitting for Spider, but I could use this for something else. I feel like if I pitch it down a little bit, it should sound like something that would fit in the game. So pitch shift, let's say -4, and see what it sounds like. Yeah, this is definitely very fitting. Oh my god, I got it. This right here is gonna be the gravity portal sound. It just feels so perfect. Like, this is the sort of thing that would play when you switch gravity, when you go upside down. Okay, so, we just found the gravity portal sound effect. I can't believe how much this actually fits. Okay, so if there's a gravity portal sound effect, there's gotta be a gravity pad one as well. I have a really cool idea on how to do this. I'm just gonna take this one, slice it in half, and then I'm gonna go back to my original file, the Shockwave motion pulse, and I'm gonna find a nice kick. Yes, 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 it's all coming together. So I take this, pop it at the beginning of this, maybe give it some extension. There we go, and play. For some reason, this sounds a bit off if low-pitched, so if I unpitch it, I wonder if anything's gonna change. If I set this back to 0, it's gonna sound like it should. Yes, 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 this is perfect. I'm using this. Now we have the gravity portal sound effect, and we also have the gravity pad sound effect. And I did this with 0 audio editing skills. I can't believe this, I'm so good at it. I wanted to make a spider sound, but I made 2 gravity sounds instead. I guess this is what they call 2 birds in 1 stone. Okay, it's time to move on to the next sound effect. The next sound effect is gonna be something that I feel like desperately needs a sound effect. I'm gonna make something for when you go through the size portal. You know how when you go through a mini or a big portal, it creates that little lightning and the entire screen flashes. I feel like that desperately needs a sound effect. For that, again, I feel like Shockwave motion pulse would fit, and I think I'll just use this entire kick. It's not too long and it's not too strong. It feels like it fits perfectly. I want to add something more, so since there's a lightning that strikes down on you whenever you enter it, that lightning definitely needs a sound effect. I actually did have an electricity sound effect, and I'm gonna put it right beneath the kick that we already have. So we're just gonna modify the volumes a bit. The electricity has to be really subtle because you don't want to emphasize it. You want to emphasize the fact that you either shrunk or grew. And what does it sound like? I feel like this would work. I have to make the same thing for the big one though, so electricity can stay the way it is. However, I'm gonna reverse this one, because you know, if you go from small back to big, back to your normal state, the effect that you use for it has to be reversed, obviously. I mean, that's just my philosophy, really. Okay, I feel like this sounds good. However, now I've completely removed the kick effect. I need to add it back. So I'm gonna paste this again and cut the beginning part off. And then I'm gonna move this at the start. And I think I have it. Yeah, I'm satisfied with this. Okay, so we've made 3 different types of sound effects. 1 for the ship, 2 for the gravity, and 2 for the mini and big portals. And I think it's time we finally test how these sound when you put them in the game. And I'll play the final product to see how it goes. And this is what Geometry Dash would sound like with extra sound effects in it. In my opinion, it doesn't even sound that bad, except for the fact that I didn't make a sound effect for literally every single thing, so it might sound a bit empty on certain spots. Perhaps in the future I might take the time to make all the rest of the sound effects, but I think we're gonna have to wait a few updates. Until then, however, stay tuned for more and be welcome to write down your opinion about this in the comments. Thank you for watching, Internet. My name is Alias, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.